I have a concern that was brought forward to me yesterday that I think we need to discuss. And that has to do with your request for the direct resignation of our staff, meaning the acting city manager and Mr. DeLorenzo in your office. I think it could be a major ethics violation.
The Palm Coast City Council has agreed to launch an investigation into Mayor Mike Norris following allegations that he attempted to remove acting city manager Lauren Johnston and chief of staff Jason DeLorenzo behind closed doors, violating the city charter. Councilman Charles Gambaro raised the issue during closing comments at last night's meeting.
It's my understanding that it's not the first time that you've tried to directly intimidate or to try to force the city manager to fire not only the chief of staff, but other members of our senior staff. And it's also my understanding that you carried out this request after our legal counsel, both Mr. Blocker and Mr. Duffy, advised you multiple times that your requests were inappropriate and in violation of the city charter. I'm also concerned in the manner in which you delivered it, kind of like in an Article 15 scenario. Hey, this is a one-way conversation, and I'm going to ask for your immediate dismissal for your office, and then you just basically dismiss them. And so, city manager, can you confirm that these discussions occurred in this manner? Yes or no?
Yes.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
So by your actions, Mr. Mayor, I'm really concerned. I really like working with you, but you may be creating a toxic work environment.
Vice Mayor Teresa Pontieri and Councilman Ty Miller supported Gambaro's request for an independent investigation with details to be discussed at the March 18th meeting. Mayor Mike Norris denied the accusations.
There's three people that were in that room when we had our conversation yesterday. And how can I put this? I said that I was going to discuss with the council, about this. And it's a little bit of frustration, but, we are under a lot of pressure here. And me and Lauren, we had a good conversation today, and it's a lot of frustration, but I certainly didn't do what's being said, and council was on the phone. And there's this city council, not with me on it, has violated the city charter. The council violated the city charter. When they appointed Councilman Gambaro, they violated the city charter. And I've brought that forth to Mr. Duffy and Mr. Block. So we had a conversation, but what I said was I was going to discuss with the council. And I wasn't even going to bring up that discussion tonight because I think we're where we need to be. We are working together, and I think Lauren understood I was a bit frustrated, but I certainly didn't tell her to fire anybody because I know better than to do that. I would never do that.
You just said you did.
So,
wasn't Mr. DeLorenzo in the meeting too?
Yes.
Well, that's a problem.
The council's next steps will determine whether the allegations hold merit and what consequences, if any, Norris may face. Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. This local news on Wednesday, March 12th is brought to you by Beaver Toyota, here to wow you.
Bike Week turned out to be a very busy week for our deputies in Flagler County.
The 84th annual Daytona Beach Bike Week drew hundreds of thousands of visitors, keeping the Flagler County Sheriff's Office highly active throughout the week. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
Our communications center answered 4,654 calls. Our deputies conducted 945 traffic stops, investigated 102 crashes, and made 76 arrests. Sadly, we also saw 4 traffic fatalities, and our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and their families.
And the end of Bike Week led to another busy weekend for the Flagler County Sheriff's Office.
Deputies had another busy weekend, handling 740 calls for service, conducting 246 traffic stops, and making 18 arrests. A couple of the notable arrests was a habitual traffic offender driving on suspended license was arrested for driving illegally. And during a search of his truck, various narcotics and syringes were found in the vehicle. He ended up going to jail for the driving on suspended license and possession of hydromorphine and possession of drug paraphernalia. He was booked into the jail without bond. Keeping our roadways safe is a priority, and we will not let people drive around Flagler Flagler County if they are not licensed to drive, as it's not only dangerous to everyone on the road around them, but it raises everyone's insurance rates. In another case, a fugitive was arrested who was wanted in South Carolina after he violated his probation by fleeing the state. This is the same individual that we arrested recently for stealing appliances out of homes under construction. It's a great job by our deputies on another busy weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.